This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. You're with match number 6. Whoa, we made it to 6 matches with this deck in the Rogue Deck Builder's Rug Planeswalkers, and we won the die roll. Luck is just definitely on our side today. Yes, we'd like to play first. And what about luck? What was I saying about luck? This is so tempting to keep it. If it was against mono black, I would. But unfortunately, we can't keep this hand. A 7-land hand. Yes, we'd like to mulligan a 7-land hand. This is a much better hand if we can draw into a source. Again, though, I probably run a Steam Vents first turn into a temple. Well, no, we want to try to get this Domri on turn 3. So we'll temple and we'll scry anything away but a land. And then again, yeah, we got the combo here with Corsair, Krufix, and Domri. And we got the combo with Ralzeric and Merkle Chemister. Fortunately, if we were up against a fast deck, we might just be... Nope, well, actually, like, Boros Burn would be great if we're up against that. If we're up against another deck, though, like a Blitz-type deck, even an RG Monsters deck, we might just be dead in the water. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, so we will go ahead and just Temple of Mystery here. And actually put that one on top. I'm okay with a Carotid next turn. And that'll be exactly what we want to at least third turn Domri. Won't be a second turn, but there's no way we could have able for that scenario to pan out anyway. So Sylvan Carrot is probably the second best choice on top of our library next to a land. Other than next turn, actually, we can third turn cast a Corsair and hopefully have a land on top. So pretty good options. All right, so Boros Guildgate could be a number of things. Hopefully it's a burn deck because we have a great hand versus burn. Other than I will have to shock myself here. We have the Carotid to actually block like an Ash Zealot. And we have the Corsair Krufix to gain us a ton of life. And this card is just a nightmare for Boros Burn. All right, I pass the turn back to him. And Ash Zealot comes down, and yes, that was... Yeah, we block here. He's just attacking for the hell of it. Here what we're going to do is we are going to Corsair of Krufix, and if there's one off the top, no, there's not. So we'll play that. Gain a life. And again, we're in great shape. Now, if he decides attacking with his Ash Zealot, I'm definitely okay with blocking with the Corsair Krufix. And that way, well, maybe not. No, we need this guy to survive. I cannot make that trade. That could have been just a bluff. That was smart on his part if he had like a magma jet. But next turn, we're just going to Ralzeric and actually kill off the Ash Zealot. So, and that'll put us in very good position. Again, this is probably one of the easier matchups. I'm glad because I'm so, once again, let me emphasize how sick of Boros decks I am. Where it's like every other game is Boros Burn. I mean, I understand why they're running it because it does very well against Mono Black and Azorius, but it's just an annoying deck because it's not all of interactions. They just barf out their hand. It's not the most fun matchup to play against. We'll put it that way. All right, so Xenagos is on top here. We could actually Domri and get some crazy card advantage. I think that's better than actually just killing off an Ash Zealot. So we're going to Domri here and actually draw that Xenagos and hopefully get another land off the top, gain another life, and be golden. Or do we want to kill off that Corsair? No, because they fight and then he just Magma Jets anyway. So we will look and we'll grab Xenagos. And we'll play a Stomping Grounds, and we'll gain a life, and that's really just out of the range of Boros Burn to really... I mean, he can Skullcrack here, but Domri still survives. Yep. And he does it to me, which is fine. Because we have a blocker now for the Carotid. And he's going to shock me? Shock me. Again, I don't think he's going to have enough damage to get there. So we'll temple. Unless it's another skull crack. Oh, joy. And again, I'll just go ahead, get an Elvish Mystic, might as well. I'm so... Double Skull Crack actually could get the job done. I think what I'm going to do is just Ral Zarek. Kill off that Ash Zealot. And hopefully this doesn't go Boros Charm, kill me. But I mean, that's a way Boros... Again, this is why I don't like the deck. It just does not interact whatsoever. Just care less. Just 3 damage to the face, 3 damage to the face, 3 damage to the face. But we will... get rid of Zealot. Lightning strikes me, and then... Does he have the perfect damage? At this point, yeah, I'll just cast an elf and leave back my dude, and hopefully he doesn't have Boros Charm. Double mainboarded skull cracks. Ugh. Searing Blood. Why'd I cast a Mystic? A mainboarded. Ooh, I can redirect this, huh? Apply your damage replacement effects to Domri? What in the world? No, okay. What's the damage replacement effects? And he had it anyway. Okay! Alright, so... Nylea's come in. Scavenging Oozes come in. I don't even think I want the Mystics just because they can be Searing Blooded. Another Ral Zarek is fine. Chandra is pretty weak. Well, actually, Chandra's not bad. I think what we do is we just take out like anything high converted mana cost. Cure is fine as well. So these Chemisters, we'll leave one in. I don't think I need anything else. We'll submit that. Well, maybe Mystics are actually better. Maybe we do want... I just want his Searing Bloods to be useless. No, we need Mystics. Mystic is just such a workhorse. So the things that need to come out... Big Xenagos. And, oh, Cure's Followers. There we go. So hopefully we have a quick hand. And hopefully it doesn't have 2 skull cracks. Ral Zarek at this point, I don't have the blue mana for it, so I'm going to put it on bottom. Caryatid's great. We will cast a Caryatid. It's the perfect card. Now just put in like a comes into play tap land here, so I know that I can get a life out of Courser of Crewfix. Nope, no such luck. So again, what we will do here is we will Courser of Crewfix. And just run out of skull cracks, man. That's all I can ask for. And run out of time while you're at it. Wow, with a burn deck. And that's a terrible card. We'll scry that away. Again, we want to hit that Nihila's Disciple. So there's skull crack number or Magma Jet. Okay. Magma Jet's fine. Magma Jet is not a skull crack. And it won't be able to kill the Courser. So put this on the bottom. Again, the closer we can get to that Nihila's Disciple, the better. Chain of the Rocks, I'm sure, is coming on the Courser. No, he's deciding. All right, so Kiora on top. No way to scry that, so it's just going to be another Courser. Now the skull cracks are very relevant. And I don't think he can beat this hand. A Searing Blood and a Shock. But that's absorbing quite a bit of damage and card, and I still get the 2 life. And then next turn, Kiora can come out and draw cards, and unless he's got it again, Boros Reckoner is fine. That doesn't do much to us. We can actually keep that pretty much. Yeah, at this point, we just Kiora, draw additional card, play additional land off the top, and still have 3 mana up. I can add green. I can add a bunch of green, but it's going to be red. It's going to be Domri here. And +1 Domri, even though it's just a Ral Zarek. And now he's got to attack into the Kiora. He can't be letting me ramp more, I wouldn't think. Yeah, back up to 20 life with all of that. Yep, and Kiora absorbs 3 damage, which is awesome. And he is up to 5 lands. Chain of the Rocks on the Courser. All right, well, but 2 cards in hand, can he get it done is the thing. And especially with Profits coming down. And a bunch of cards out of the way. There's Ral. Ral could actually kill a Reckoner. Look at the top card, see what it is. The Steam Vents. I think the right line of play here is just to Profit. And he can Lightning Strike that. But again, he'll have to use a Lightning Strike. And eventually I'll draw non-lands, right? Eventually? Spark Trooper. Alright, Spark Trooper's going to do a lot of work. Depending on where it goes, is how I'll block. So 3 at Domri and 6 at me. So I'll gladly take that 6. It's tempting to just block a Boros Reckoner with a Sylvan Caryatid. to keep the loyalty up on Domri, but I think Domri's fine going down to a 3. Or a 2. We're looking. Where's those Nylea's disciples? Okay. And at this point, we will protect our Domri with blocking with our Sylvan Caryatid. I think we just plus the Ral Zarek. Tap that down. Untap this. Get in there for 4. Definitely block the Reckoner with the Caryatid, meaning no damage is dealt. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so let's see if we get a creature this time. No, we do not. Yikes. Again, we will just tap and untap. And I guess you could make the argument that I kill off that Boros Reckoner, but then Boros Reckoner then kills off one of my dudes. And eventually I'm going to... Chandra is awesome now. She draws a card no matter what per turn. I can cast everything in my deck. And see if he goes at Domri again, or if he's going to have to go for Ral now. In fact, I think he just loses. Yeah, especially when he's going for Ral. Yeah, was he going to Lightning Strike Ral off, Boros Charm Ral off, Boros Charm off Domri? Again, he's asked to use all of his cards on my Planeswalkers now, especially now with Chandra coming out. Being able to exile the top card. Another land. But he's down to a 14. I'm going to kill off this Boros Reckoner. It's annoying. See where he wants to go with the damage to. Why does it want me to say apply your damage replacement effects? What shield do I have? There is no shield. I don't... Yeah. Oh, do I get priority where I want my... to say what Planeswalker? I don't know. I don't know what that shield is. If somebody can explain to me what that's doing here, why I have 2 Planeswalker it's asking for a shield, let me know in the comments. Hey, we have 13 lands left in the deck. I think what he tries to do here is he needs to kill off Chandra. And then so he needs to use his last burn spell in his hand for the Chandra. And then hopefully top deck into like a Phoenix to kill off Ral Zarek, and then we are basically both into top deck mood, which is terrible for me because there's not much I can do at this point. I mean, an Ooze would be great. I'd love to draw an Ooze. I'd love to draw into Nylea's Disciple. But an Ooze gains me 2 life out of his graveyard and 2 life out of my graveyard. And he has to deal with an enormous Ooze. And I cited out the Draco Genius, and I kind of wish I didn't now with a Shrine. I guess Shrine doesn't add, any net up mana at the moment. Maybe Shrine is just a bad card in this deck. I guess if we do have multiple double... yeah, let's see here. So he killed off Ral. Interesting. So his Boros Charms, Chandra? Nothing. Phoenix? But I mean, his life total, he's got to be careful with his own life total here. And there's Pelucranos. I'm going to exile the top card of my library. Pelucranos is awesome. We can definitely cast that dude. I gave him a target for it, I guess. Ugh. Forgot about that, dude. So now I can kill off my Xenagos. Or does he just start going for my face? No, he kills off Xenagos. Oh, it was a free card. And next turn he's dead with a Pelucranos, so... So many dead cards in his hand now. Spark Trooper's a dead card. War Leader's Helix to kill off Chandra. But do I just... Can this activate? Is the thing. Does it have to have a target? Well, we won't find out. Alright, so on to the last game. Hopefully I don't get land flooded like I did that game. I think that this matchup is quite easy if I can just get a Nylea's Disciple and get it to stick. Cards like Pelucranos too are just very hard for him to deal with on a third turn Pelucranos. I think Elvish Mystics are fine. They are shock fodder. They are Searing Blood fodder, but I still think that they're better than any of the other cards that I could put in here. Of course, Catch and Release is terrible. Xenagos the God's okay. It's indestructible, but this is a very good hand. Hopefully I draw into a Mystic. First turn. A Domri. So here, it doesn't really matter which one I do. Hopefully this can find either a land or a Carotid on time. This can go on bottom. So I lose this if I don't draw into a land. I win this if I do. Get in there with the Mutavault. That's good. I mean, he's got the great draw of the first turn Mutavault. Yikes. Well, land fled last game, and land starved this game. He's missing his white source, but those Mutavaults are going to be very threatening. And if I miss my land drop here, it's all but over. Carotid's fine. It's a card. It's actually one of the better cards. And a shock to my face. He's going for it. If he gets another land here and attacks with double Mutavaults, again, I could be in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, he's Magma Jetting to set up his hand. Ugh. But he still misses his third land? No, he does not. So he could have a Skullcrack in hand. At this point, what we do is we just Courser of Kruphix, and hopefully he doesn't have Skullcrack. We play that. And it hits. Awesome. Lightning strikes me. Okay. Now, Searing Blood. This is actually a very... See, here's my dilemma, and I do block here. Make him use the Searing Blood on my Courser. That is fine, though. I do take 3 damage, but I can resolve Annihilate Disciple here for 3 life. And maybe that wasn't the right play. But I was worried about I'm actually going to put this on the bottom. Yeah, bottom's fine. But this puts me back up to a 10 and gives me another blocker. And that got rid of a land, which could be huge. Now, Prophet of Kruvix, I do believe, is the play. And we just keep everything back, and we don't shock ourselves. And that way, when we untap a Stormbreath Dragon. Shocks me, okay. That way I can safely now attack him with the Annihilate Disciple. I mean, he's still okay. There's plenty of things he can draw into here. So it looks like we actually pull this out because he doesn't have his white mana. So look at that. That's 6-0 we went this deck again. We got a little bit lucky with draws. Geez, this Boros burn deck is just brutal. It's almost like you have to play a full package of Annihilated Disciples in the sideboard. And then, again, Plukernos comes out and a turn. And then, yeah, we just wreak havoc. He's down to pretty low life total at the point. But I think this deck is actually pretty decent at the moment. We'll do a wrap-up video. I'll talk about it then. This has been Ken with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.